Once, dragons and men coexisted. They shared a peace forged in wisdom, a peace that lasted many generations. All that was lost when mankind disrupted this balance in a sudden onslaught. Man fought dragon in a savage war that shook the foundations of their world. This war was called the Scouring. Defeated and humbled, dragons vanished from this realm. In time, man rebuilt and spread his dominion across the land and onto the islands beyond. A millennium has passed since those dark days ended. Looking good, YouTube. My name's LoveGame, or PD1 Piranha if you prefer, and welcome to Fire Emblem. More accurately, welcome to Fire Emblem 7, the Blazing Blade, aka the first good one, aka the first one that ever showed up here in the English-speaking territories. This is going to be my next LP. Pretty obvious. I've been talking about this for a while. Now you can kind of give yourself a name in this as well, just kind of like Zoid's Legacy. Doesn't matter a whole hell of a lot, but it's there. It's an option, so we're going to take it. This is going to be a lot of fun for me, I think, because I have played this game before, but that was about 4 years ago now, actually, so really, it's going to be kind of a fresh experience for me, like a refresher, if you will, you know? Because, you know, am I going to like the game more? Am I going to find more criticisms for it that I perhaps ignored in the past? Yeah, this is a wonderful series, Fire Emblem. I'm not going to try to voice act every line of dialogue, obviously, but it's a bit text heavy, so I won't mash through the text if you want to read it. Of course, we are introduced to one of the most powerful, well, if we're talking Fire Emblem heroes anyway. I mean, she's not that strong in this game. She's actually kind of, it's kind of a hard pill to swallow that she's not so great compared to the other characters we'll be getting later, but she's cool. I mean, she's an extremely popular character. She has a lot of fans. I mean, you guys think the whole waifu thing started with Awakening? Hell no, it's been going on since the OG days of Fire Emblem. And I do agree that Fire Emblem really was, I don't want to say at its peak, but I do think the GBA games are kind of the quintessential experience. You're getting a lot of fun, a lot of the stuff that makes Fire Emblem what it is in these games, and so I think this is a great way to start things off. Kind of weird that you actually show up on the map here, because I don't recall that happening often. Oh, well, yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is kind of the progenitor to, I guess you could consider it the progenitor of, like, Robin from Awakening, because she's the tactician, you know? But, either way, a lot of this early stuff is kind of scripted. Like, you don't have to really worry about dying or nothing like that. It just kind of tells you how to play the game. This is a tactical RPG. If you played a game like Final Fantasy Tactics, or Lords of War and Money, or its original game Heroes of Might and Magic, I'll be right at home here, I promise, because it's the classic grid-based combat. Eventually we'll have pretty much a whole army to control, but right now we're kind of just stuck with the one lady here. Really cool. This game is, like, well known for its animations. As much as I do like 3D graphics in the 3DS games, I gotta hand it to the sprite work here. A gur? Well, you couldn't just call it like a... Well, I guess it's not a wigwam, really. Yeah, we ain't got no healing units just yet, but we have our... I don't know what the hell this word means, but vulnerary, which is our kind of generic healing item. Potion, if you will. But yeah, this is just a lot of, like I said, basic tutorial stuff, kind of setting the story up. And getting a general idea of what the game is going to be like. I probably won't do every single route, personally. There are multiple routes in this game, but it's kind of like different points of view, so I'll probably just do one for the time being. If you guys like this enough, I guess I'll, we get to see a really nice animation. I love the crits in this game, so good. No cool cut-ins, nothing like that. Obviously we ain't got no voice acting, but you don't need no voice acting. This is FE7, baby. This is where it all started for us Yanks. And I really do think it's like, it was the first one where Fire Emblem kind of found its legs, if you will. And you can level up all your units. Obviously, you have different attributes, which I will go over later. Just taking a sip real quick. And yeah, different maps have different objectives. You can actually... sometimes all you gotta do is kill all the enemies, sometimes you have like a fortress to seize, sometimes you have to defend a gate or a building or something like that. It's war, man. It's all about the tactics. And I like a lot of the maps in this game too, because they give different different ways of approach. I like it. But yeah, Lynn, definitely one of the more popular waifus, and she's got quite the tragic story here, as you can see. I mean, she's only like 15 or 16 in this game, so she's been through quite a lot. And we're just kind of thrown... I like this, because we're just kind of thrown into the story. Like, we don't know what the hell really is going on, besides the fact that I guess we woke up in a tent over here, and they're being old school, trying to say that a woman can't lead. I mean, that ain't cool. Didn't they play the previous games? You seen Sheena? She was like the best. And we got the typical avenge my parents backstory going on here. A good motivator as any, I say. Well, I can't really, I have no speaking role in this game, but I'd love to train you, Lynn. Even if you ain't too great in this game, I think we can make something out of you. Just again, kind of telling you what to do. I mean, we got, I like this map, too. It's like an actual paper map put down into the style of the GBA. I wouldn't say we're that strange of a pair. I mean, we've got a little more than that coming up. I do like this this trope in games and stories and all that, where like we know something that the characters don't. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the Footsteps of Fate. That's not until like 6 more games. It even shows where we are on the map. That's kind of cool. Yeah, man, it's been a minute since I was playing this on my my old phone emulator back on my iPhone, and I remember a good amount about this game. Like, I remember the storyline with the Black Fang, but it's gonna be a bit of a refresher, definitely. Nothing wrong with that. We got some homies over here talking to us. Of course, the first thing we got is somebody hitting on Lynn. I told you she was a popular waifu. This guy probably has, like, all the dojins. My boon companion, what does that even mean? Dialogue in these games is kind of like, the way they word it, it varies from game to game. Like, I guess because it takes place in different time periods. I do like the banter here, it's nice. What? I was blocking! I don't know. You know, I can't see any horses. It'd be cool if the horse had some input here, but I guess they're not cool enough to have an actual, like, sprite. Oh, is he trying to use, like, some lame-ass pickup line? I will admit, a lot of the, like, the characters in the newer games didn't have this going on, like, that back and forth. Although, I will tell you right now, there is, like, a set of characters in almost every game that's like this. They call them the Cain and Abel archetypes. Because there's, like, a red person and a green person. Although in, Awakening, the, what do you call it, the dynamic... Wait, what? I thought he was, like... I thought he was trying to call him gay or something. In Awakening, those two characters don't have that kind of back and forth, but it's somebody else entirely. I really want to LP Awakening and Fates one of these days, but the fact of the matter is, there's just no way in hell I'd be able to even afford a 3DS capture card in my wildest dreams, man. I fucking hate bringing this up just because I've always been the guy that just did this for fun, but if ever any of you guys were to donate, I would put it towards that. I wouldn't put it towards no... I don't know, what's DSP been buying these days? Lobster dinners? I would put it towards making more stuff. Because I've been wanting to do Awakening for a while now, just because I have kind of a love-hate relationship with that game, but fuck it, this ain't Awakening, this is the Blazing Blade, and we gotta blaze up to the challenge. So we finally get more homies to fight with. I told you we were gonna get pretty much an army as this game goes along. So we have Kent and Sane. Replaying this, I kind of like these dudes. Like, they don't really have that much of a... Oh my god, excuse me. There's not a lot to these guys. Like, they're... Yeah, if you lose your lord, it's game over, so definitely... I would say if there's any character you want to overpower, it would be them. But... I'm not sure how much it matters who you pick first. Either way, yeah, you definitely want to hang on to these guys, because in this game, it's permadeath, baby. See, this guy knows his aesthetics, baby. You don't want some generic ass Kirito looking sword. He wants a lance. He wants to be like Lancer from Fate. See, this guy is that good. He can beat the weapon triangle. He's like Harden. What the hell? Did he just throw the sword to him? I thought you had to like... Yeah, it's pretty much like Pokemon. You got the weapon triangle. Swords are red, axes are green, lances are blue. So just think about like fire, water, and grass and you're pretty much good. So... just pick the right weapon, and there you go. It's good to have a pretty balanced army in this game, I would say that for sure. She loves, you'll learn that she loves saying the enemy. That's like her favorite word. Well, phrase, it's 2 words actually, but still. You get my point. Yeah, again, this fight is like pretty much scripted. You don't like... you don't have too much chance of losing here. I like the little bonk noise it makes when you miss. This guy needs to put on his damn glasses. He's like Kane. See, he's Kane because he's like Kane of Water from my Pokemon LP, who kept on missing all his moves. Oh yeah, that's something else in these games. You gotta make use of your terrain. I fucked up the first time I was playing this. I didn't think about that when I was like, you gotta take advantage of the map at all times. Well, I guess he doesn't mind. I don't think anybody gets that reference, but it's because there is a dude named Kent Jones who made a song called Don't Mind. But yeah, you have advantageous terrain here, as you can see. There's other variations on this later on. It's just kind of getting you into it. Okay. Oh, well, yeah, because I can't even really reach her, or reach him, so... close the distance. Yeah, they're pretty much just like handing you all the right moves in all the right places. There's a blast from the past for you. Anybody still remembers that song? Well, shit, man, he's like a badass. If he's, like, doesn't even notice he's been injured, he could be bleeding out over there and he's just not feeling a thing. I mean, he's... Yeah, see, now I have to trade. This is in, like, all the Fire Emblem games, too. Why was the one dude able to, like, just throw his sword over there? When, like, now I have to freaking... Oh, okay, I was like, wait, am I supposed to... See? That's what I mean by it's all scripted, practically. Like, I just wanted to send Lynn over there, but... I guess I have to use him. Yeah, this is kind of a thing. I don't know if it's in this game, because I haven't played it in a while, but in, like, Awakening and stuff. There's certain characters that have access to the convoy, which is like all your items in your bank, basically. Oh yeah, I remember this. This wasn't even in the subsequent games, but I remember this because like it was a good way to. Yeah, that's what I was. I see. I already said this. I'm ahead of the tutorial. I was telling you guys. Sometimes you gotta do different things to complete the map. And finally, now we just get to do what the hell ever we want. Oh. Yeah, see, I'm so used to the old, or not the old, but I should say the new controls where you just select the unit to attack it, but silly me, you have to select the character first. Just gonna go ahead and wait, because I have the advantageous terrain, which actually helped for once. Yeah, Lynn is pretty fast. She has good speed, which means she'll double a lot, but her, like, actual strength is not particularly great. So, unfortunately, 4 times 0 is still 0, as the Fire Emblem community likes to say. Sad as it is the truth. Yeah, I think this should definitely make for a fun LP, just because it's a series that I love. And it's a little different, you know, I've done RPGs, well, I say RPGs, I've done Pokemon, and that's about it. So it's a little different. We're gonna get some... obviously some tactics in play later on. Can Len reach that guy? I wouldn't mind just topping off that XP while I can. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of planning you have to do in this game. Yeah, there's our stats. I'll go over when I can go to the menu. I might as well do that now. Just go to unit, and can I not? How do I like view the units in this status? Here we go. Yeah, this is all the stats in the game. You got strength, which is your physical attacks, obviously, just your base damage. Skill, I believe, is like the chance you have of your skills activating. You'll have those later on. Speed is, well, whether you attack first or not in an exchange. The faster you are, the better chance you have of doubling. If your speed outranks the enemy's speed enough, you will double. Luck is basically your RNG stuff. Luck is like your chance of activating the percentage-based skills. I believe it factors into evasion as well. Defense is obviously just your defense against physical attacks. Resistance is your defense against magic. And movement is just how far you can move. I believe Constitution is just like health, because that's what it was in RuneScape. Go ahead and heal up. And we'll just wrap this chapter up. Oops, there we go, yeah. And Fire Emblem Heroes is a little more simplified, I guess would be the word. Because you don't have resistance, you just have straight up, or no, you have resistance, but you don't have like magic attack and regular attack, it's just kind of all the same thing. As you can see, like I said, pretty simple to take down these homies. Because it's all just, like I said, pretty much scripted. It's just... I'm not sure what happens if you actually die in this, but I don't want to find out. You can see I had the X2 there, which means I can double hit. Because Lynn is fairly quick on her feet. Almost a level from that, damn. I'm balling already. I mean, you're the one who did the fighting, so I don't know why you're congratulating me. I like the little illustrations in this game, too. It's nice. Really good sprite work overall. Like, I said back in my Zoid's Legacy LP that I can be critical of some sprite work, but they did good in this game. I like it a lot. You'll see some better examples of it later, but I think even now you can tell it's just very detailed and vibrant, colorful. I like that. Well, I see. I mean, that's almost my Dark Souls waifu, but one letter off. Eloped, that was the word I learned from Paper Mario. Yeah, these guys don't get a ton of development, unfortunately. That's one criticism I have of these games, but I'll get into that in the next part. Because we're about to end this part, honestly, after this conversation. That's fucked up. He pretty much disowned his daughter because, like, because of his own opinion. I mean, this wasn't all that common back in these times, I suppose, but it wasn't all that uncommon, I mean, but still. Now, when they live on the plains, like, what does that mean? Do they just live outside? Or do they have those little huts? Like, because when you say living on the plains, I think of you just chilling, like, outdoors, living off the fat of the land. Like, is that the case, or? And yeah, Lynn's real name is Lindis, if you didn't know that. I mean, it's just a shortening of her name, a diminutive, if you will. Yeah, unfortunately, she didn't make it, but we living. We go and do it. I mean, the first three letters of your name is the same thing, so I don't know how you'd be able to make that, get confused on that, really. Why is that weird? Like, some people call me Nate, some people call me Nathan. I mean, my girlfriend only ever calls me Nate, but people call me Nathan sometimes. It's just a diminutive. True. I'm starting to remember some of this as I go. This is coming back to me. Yeah, she's definitely, Lynn's kind of a rough, like, you know, she's from the plains. She's not all about that manners type business, you know? She's rough. That's why a lot of people like her. She's fun. Yeah, at this point, what do we have to lose? Let's strike out into the wilderness and follow these two, interesting men. Of course I do. I love adventure. Aww. Either way, that'll be the end of part 1 for Let's Play Fire Emblem, the Blazing Blade. I'm liking it so far. I hope you guys are too. And next time we will, I guess, do Chapter 2, Sword of Spirits, and see where this new adventure takes us. Until then, I've been Love Game, or PD1 Piranha if you prefer, the man destined to be king. And until next time, have a good night.
Sad soul.